brung it up, wait. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, go tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Blow your mind.
Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it. Ooh, Pac-Man, that's the way my name.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, at Heinz Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Okay. Black 15!
First carry for Peyton Barber. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Lindsay. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. They're going with Lindsay. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's McCaffrey. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Saturday at the 9-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Broncos' 9-yard line.
52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic. 3 buzz, 3. Stop. Check 26. Check.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 7-0. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it. Now a hit, and Rivers lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, 30 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw, Rivers. He's going to air one out. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. Fielded just inside the 20. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Allen off the play fake. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. He's got it at the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards there and a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Barber on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1. The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Here's Rivers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Rivers is going to stay out there. They're going to try for this thing on 4th down.
We got 4.
Hey, Delta.
51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Here we go.
They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. Going up top for Miller. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Check pass. What is that?
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there, picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Christian McCaffrey, already his second touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the rout is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big time.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, 65 yards, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. They'll run with McCaffrey. He'll get 3 up to midfield. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Hey, pick your game up.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. They go right back to White here on first down. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On the ground, McCaffrey. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And now they'll throw with Allen. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Gerald Everett, 36 yards. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the number one thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The carry for Barber. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Lucky.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one. I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Rivers now. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
On third down, they run with Edmonds. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Up past the 25 to the 26. A gain of 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. McCaffrey. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Half 85.
On play action, Allen. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turns into a nice play.
Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first down. Here's White. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Allen's throw is complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense. Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
56 to Mike. 56 to Mike.
I got middle. One go.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? From the gun, it's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Now Ryan Suckup will come on and try the field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through, and their lead will swell up to 28. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll go again with Lindsey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
A very good return there, giving it even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that?
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great play there. 65 yards as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point put through by Succop, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. This is McCaffrey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to come from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more coming.
390.
Check 3. Check.
Ahead.
Kill.
Hey, Rocket. Load it. Load it.
Switch.
Behind.
On 3rd and 1, here's Rivers. And Ingram hauls it in. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, it's Barber. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Dancing to his left. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 28. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on 1st down. Barber. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. The Broncos on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Barber. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys. Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10.
A loss of a yard brings up 4th down.
Boy, not deterred from those first 2 failed attempts. They're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the Steelers, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Stay packed of what he knew. So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. So don't be obvious, store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Hat on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now.